Hi there, my name is Kim Sosby. I'm the Secondary ELA Facilitator for Grand Prairie ISD. I'm going to be leading you through the content in this professional development on the Staar redesign and new question types. Now that you've seen the TEA's trailer for the Staar redesign, we're going to explore these elements in more depth. After watching the video, hopefully you notice these as the main features presented. The redesign and new question types are meant to align what takes place in the testing environment more closely with the classroom experience. The restructuring of the new ELAR standards, which were adopted in 2017, dictated that assessment would have to change. The grouping of the SEs into the 7 strands and the interconnected way that students work on these skills calls for understanding to be shown in ways that extend beyond typical one correct answer multiple choice. As you will see, writing across all secondary grade levels is one of the major changes to Texas assessments. Calling on students to respond with text evidence is another major change to the test. But really, in good classroom instruction, we've always asked students to respond using text evidence as their proof of thinking. The redesign of the state assessments will draw on these skills that students have been working on in class. House Bill 3906 addressed these and other components related to the state testing in Texas. We won't go into all of the House Bill 3906 pieces. You can learn more about them on the TEA website if you're interested. But we are going to look at these two items in more depth. Now, that isn't to say that these two things aren't big changes too, because they are. Electronic administration for everyone is a major thing. But as a district, we began preparing for this already by moving to electronic administration of our district exams. And then regarding the cross-curricular content integration, what this really means is that the passages on the RLA tests will reflect topics that students in grades 6 through 8 are already exposed to in their social studies and science classes. That does not mean that they're going to be tested expecting to be proficient in the social studies and science TEKS on the RLA test. But what it hopefully does do for students is allow the space for them to have some background knowledge going into their ELAR test. We know how important it is to generate background knowledge in order to boost comprehension of a text. So these are the two pieces we are going to look at: new question types and especially the writing questions. I'm a big believer in hands-on learning as much as possible. So before we talk about the question types, I'm going to direct you to a practice site where you can experience the questions firsthand. I'm going to show you how to log in. Then you will log in and experience the practice questions independently. Once you finish that, move on to the next video in this course. Go to the link that is just below the link that you use to access this video in order to get to the practice test. When you get to the practice test site, from that home screen, scroll to the bottom where it says Online Practice Tests. Click Practice Test Login. From there, you can leave this information just as it is, however it comes up, and click the green Sign In button. You will then select the grade level for the course that you want to view the sample questions. So I'm going to pick grade 6. You can see there are a lot of things on this page. We want to focus on what's in the green. The blue are previous release tests, and they don't reflect the new item types. So go ahead and click the Reading New Item Type. The attributes that come up there, you can just leave them as they are. Click Select. And this information you can also leave as it is. Click Begin Test Now. From there, the samples that are available for the new item types will come up. So you can see for grade 6, there are 4 sample questions there that you can explore and answer with the new question types. I would suggest doing grade 6, then going back and looking at the grade 7, grade 8, and so forth, because there are different examples given for each of the question types, but all of the secondary examples that are there are examples that could be found in any of the grade levels. When you are finished exploring the practice exam, go ahead and come back to this course and answer the response question below. The response question asks for your initial reactions to the information you see on the online practice site. and then you'll be able to continue with the rest of this course.